A giant battle royale. That is going to be a fucking clusterfuck. Every single universe fighting at the same time. Oh my. This really ups the scales for the difficulty, but also for when all the universes get erased. Because let's factor this in. This is what we all were assuming was going to happen. We were assuming it was going to be a tournament like we normally see, 1v1, take them down, move on to the next person. That's what we probably assumed was going to happen. That's what I assumed. And we assumed as, slowly teams started losing, universes were going to start getting destroyed. Like, let's say, our universe, Universe 7, they got all wiped out, their universe would be completely destroyed, and then, the tournament would still be going on. But apparently, from what I am seeing here, is the universe will be destroyed once the entirety of the match is over, which is 48 minutes long, in which all universes are fighting at once. So that means that once everything is said and done, everybody dies at once. That... Holy shit. Just when you think about it, like, everybody's gonna die. It's not gonna be one individual by, one after another. It's just gonna be all of them at once. So, yeah, it's gonna be pretty damn chaotic when you think about it. So, anyways, let us look at the main central thing going on this episode. The latest episode of Dragon Ball Super. Dragon Ball Super episode 81. So in this episode, Goku fights an opponent, Bergamo. Hopefully I'm saying his name right. So Goku's up against this opponent, and overall, I really love the role of the character Goku fights in this episode, because when you look at it from a different point of view, besides Goku being the MC, Bergamo is actually the hero of this fight. He is the good guy. He is the good guy that's standing up for everybody else, trying to help them out. And I mean, he's the underdog, because let's look at his universe right now. His universe, Universe 9, they are the weakest universe. In terms of mortal average level, his universe is the weakest, so obviously he is like the underdog of all the others, and when he's looking at someone like Goku that's like all-powerful, this strong being, he's like, you're a fucking villain, what you're doing here. What you're doing, how you're setting everybody up to have to fight and all that, and all these universes are going to get destroyed, you're the villain. So the way he was talking, he was trying to showcase that Goku is not a good guy at all. He is completely evil. And I really love, I just want to emphasize that fact, I really love how Toei Animation and Akira Toriyama is really mentioning the fact that Goku is doing some evil shit in this arc. Like, he is straight up the villain. Regardless if Zeno-sama wanted to wipe out the universes, it does not even matter. Let's factor in how Zeno-sama can easily change his mind if he is entertained. Let's look at Bergamo and how he made an offer to Zeno-sama, and he's like, hey, if I win against Goku, will you save and spare all the other universes? Zeno even agreed to it. He even fucking agreed to it. So when you think about it like that, still, Zeno could easily change his mind like that. But Goku still fights against all the other universes to have fun or have a challenge. And even at the end, he's like, I'm glad all the other universes is coming after me because there'll be a challenge. Bring your most powerful guys to come take me down. I'm like, Goku, you're a straight up villain. Like, you are a legit villain right now. And when you see Bergamo talking at the end of the fight and he's just looking at Goku, he's like, you're evil. And Goku's like, yeah, I'm evil, huh? And he's like, I'll be back. I'll have to stop you and all that. And he's just getting pulled away. I was like, holy shit, this is like what you would see in a normal shonen, but on the opposite side, because usually the MC is in Bergamo's position, where they get their ass beat, and they're like, you're a fucking villain, you're evil, and they're just dragged off the stage or whatever. And that is kind of what happened here, but it's set opposite roles. Goku is the villain, while Bergamo should have been the MC of this case, to be able to get defeated and come back and take out the evil that is Goku. So, I really love the role of Bergamo in this episode. And also the characters Goku is facing, because let's think about the dude at the end of this episode, okay, that's fighting Goku. I don't know how to pronounce his name, so I'm not even going to try right now, but the dude that Goku's fighting at the end of the episode, though, that man is also a good guy. You can see the way he acts, the way he's like judging Goku's character to see if he's someone a part of justice or whatever. It doesn't seem like the guy is evil, and he really respects the gods, the Supreme Kai, and all of them. He's a good guy. Deep down, you can really see that. And once again, Goku is like the villain standing up to justice, and this dude is trying to look like, are you really a good guy? And he's trying to take down Goku. So, like I said, I really love how this episode of Dragon Ball Super acknowledges how fucked up Goku is in this arc of Dragon Ball Super. Because honestly, I was going to be upset. I was going to be really upset if this arc continued on and it didn't mention how Goku pretty much fucked over everyone. Or he sped up the progress of fucking over everyone. I'm so glad, at the very least, Toei Animation and Akira Toriyama, at the very least, acknowledged what Goku is doing. That makes me happy. I'm truly pleased with this, because this does mean that there is potential character development for Goku. Him to develop to become likable again. Him to realize what he is doing. And like I said a couple of reviews ago, Goku is pretty much unlikable as a character, the way he's been acting, and the way he's just throwing everyone under the bus. And because of what's going on here, it can lead to a really good portion of character development for Goku to allow him to learn what he's doing wrong, and him being selfish and wanting to always fight strong opponents is not necessarily a good thing. So, once again, I just want to emphasize Bergamo's role in this episode, and all the others that are labeling Goku as the villain, it's something that's logical and should happen. I'm just happy that the writers acknowledge this. So, with that being said, let's talk about the fight. So, the fight overall between Goku and Bergamo, how can I put it? Okay, so Goku, he's obviously way stronger than him. Way stronger. Goku honestly didn't even need to go Kaioken Super Saiyan Blue. There was no reason for him to do that. The only reason why Goku did it in the first place was just to make Bergamo stronger before he could take him out at full power. And it was kind of fucked up when you think about it. It was like Goku was just stomping on all of this man's, pride and honor. Because this man says, oh, you say my universe is weak, while his is weaker and all that. He's just standing up for his universe. Because, I mean, imagine, if you're a strong person, all that, you're brought here, and then you're pretty much just shit all over. They shit on you saying you're weak or your entire universe is weak. Obviously, you're going to be upset. And so his reaction is very normal. And then when you have this man straight up just picking on you, saying the way you fight, or, trying to draw out your strength and bullying you pretty much, and then just takes you out like that, you feel like you're trash at that moment. And I feel very bad for Bergamo in this episode because the way he got taken down. I mean, overall, his abilities and all that are not really that interesting because it's something we have seen before in Dragon Ball and also other manga and other anime and stuff, so it's nothing technically original. And when Goku said, oh, how very unoriginal with your power, I'm like, I actually agree with that. I really do. I mean, he takes other people's powers and when he uses it to be able to, beat his opponent. And so I felt like, it's not really that interesting overall when it came to his power, but I did like him as a character. I did like what he stood for, standing up to Goku. Now, besides that, I do feel like the Kaioken, like I said, Super Saiyan Blue was completely overkill. Goku did not need to do that, but the only reason why he did that was to show that he was going at full power and did not hold back against his opponent, because as we found out from Zeno-sama, Zeno-sama was offered a proposal like, hey, if I defeat Goku and all that, will you stop all the other universes from getting destroyed? And because of that, there was a proposal. Bergamo was kind of fighting for everyone, trying to be a good guy. And then the Grand Priest mentioned to Goku, Goku, we heard his proposal, but if you're to hold back Goku, you will be wiped out and so will everyone else from your universe. So Goku obviously had to go all out. But still, when you think about it from a hero standpoint, or an MC being a good guy, a pure heart, you would think you would sacrifice yourself for the others, but Goku did not even think about that. It didn't even process in Goku's mind at all to actually try to lose. He didn't even have that go in his mind. He went all in and defeated his opponent and still threw all the other universes under the bus. He didn't even have moments in his mind to reflect on what he was doing. So that right there just shows how fucked Goku is right now, just in the mind. He is fucking crazy. He is legit insane with what he is doing. So, like I said, I'm looking forward to the development Goku gets. So, besides that fight, we have the rules. The rules of the Tournament of Power is revealed. So, no weapons, obviously. I expected that pretty much. So, no weapons, no killing, which that one is kind of surprising. I expected, killing to be in this tournament, but no, it's not happening, because honestly, the reason why I was expecting killing is because there's a lot of fighters that, honestly, they kind of get cheated out if they can't go all in, because they need to kill their opponents. They can't use all their techniques if they can't kill. For instance, let's think about Hit. Hit is a type of person that really can't go all out unless he is allowed to kill someone. And so when you think about it like that, a lot of people in the Tournament of Power are going to be kind of fucked over when it comes to them going all in, because they can't use full 100% power to take out their opponent, because if they do, they might accidentally kill them. So I feel like that was very surprising. That's going to add a little bit of complications to the future, battles in the Tournament of Power. And then, on top of that, the entirety of the ring being a battle royale. Everybody's going to be fighting at once. And that was probably the most surprising, because as I said, it's going to be a clusterfuck. Everybody's going to be fighting at once. All the universes are going to be coming in. And you got to remember what's probably going to be happening in this fight. Number one, let's think about who caused everything in this arc. Goku, Universe 7. So, imagine what all the other universes are going to do. Obviously, they're going to team up and fuck over Goku's universe because of what Goku has done. So, this Battle Royale is pitting everyone against Goku. Everyone is going up against Goku. They're all going to be focusing on Goku's group to take him out, because they're probably thinking in their mind, hey, if we're going to get killed, we're all going to die, or one of us are going to die. At the very least, we want this asshole that started everything to die first. So I could see a lot of universes going up against Goku and trying to take him out because of what has happened in this arc and how he's the main person that set this all up. So yeah, now, talking about the other rules, let's talk about the ring out situation. So apparently, the only way you can be disqualified is if you're knocked out or whatever, you're like unfit to fight, and then you're thrown out of the ring. So even if you knock out in the middle of the ring, like let's say the ring is fucking massive, okay? Like it's a fucking big ass ring, like continent level or something, okay? The only way you can actually qualify to being ringed out or whatever, or just be disqualified, someone has to pick you up and sling you off the ring and down out of it. So that would mean that even if there's opponents that get knocked out, but they're not dealt with and thrown off the ring, they can eventually get back up and fight once again. So this means that's going to add a lot of complications. So there could be fighters that get knocked out right at the start, but then the last 5 minutes, if they weren't ringed out for some reason, they can get back up and just win. They can just kick everybody's ass. So this is going to be very, complicated as well, because a lot of people, probably rely on flying to do these type of things, and no flying is allowed as well in this tournament. So everybody's grounded. Nobody can fly, and if you fly, you're fucked. You can't do nothing about it. So you can't fly. The only way to get ringed out is by falling off. So even if you're in the direct center, the only way you're going to get out is someone grabs you and runs with you to the edge of the ring to throw you out. Or if they have a really good throw, they can just sling you way far off into the distance and then make you fall, which that is a possibility. So overall, I feel like the tournament is going to be very, very interesting, because no flying, no weapons, only way to ring out is by falling off. Even if you're knocked out, it doesn't matter, they need to sling you off. No killing, but on top of that, to make it even better, 48 minutes, everybody going in at once. That's fucking awesome. That is fucking awesome. It's going to be an epic tournament. I'm really looking forward to seeing how, the battles go. Because, you got to imagine, the main point of this tournament is teamwork now. Because, if all universes are going to be fighting at once, obviously, you're going to need fighters that have chemistry. They know how to fight with each other and take down people. So this explains what was going on in the opening song when we saw all our fighters like Android 17, 18, Piccolo, Krillin, Master Roshi, Goku, Vegeta, Majin Buu, Gohan. We now understand why we see all of them like that. They're all going to be fighting at once. That is going to be fucking awesome. That is really going to be awesome. Just imagine seeing, fucking all these characters, like Android 17 and 18, fighting together. That is, the dream team I want to see, because the last time we saw these two characters fighting together, they were villains. And just seeing 17 and 18 fighting together, oh, that's going to be fucking badass. I can already see it in my mind, these two kicking ass and destroying people. But then you gotta imagine this as well. Majin Buu, he's gonna be just fighting everyone at once and shit. Oh my god, that is gonna be epic. And then Goku and Vegeta, Gohan and Piccolo working together. Oh my god, I just cannot even begin to imagine how epic the fighting is going to be with all these characters fighting together. Now, there is something I do want to kind of mention, which has been crossing my mind since I saw the rules. How is the rules going to be enforced? Because, hear me out. We know in the previous tournament between Universe 6 and 7, there was a rule that was broken, and it wasn't caught. We remember Frost, the entire Frost situation, and eventually, you know, we found out. But overall, though, that could possibly happen in this tournament. Since it's a huge ring, and everybody's going to be fighting at once, how is, you know, the people that are watching over it supposed to keep track of what is going on? Because, I mean, keeping track of, like, 50 to, like, 100 plus people or whatever, that's gonna be fucking hard. It really is. While they're all going in using different techniques, their powers are clashing or whatever, you're not gonna know who's, like, using a sneaky little technique like Frost did with, you know, the poison. So, what's to say something like that's not going to happen in the tournament? But on top of that, how is the no flying rule going to be enforced? I'm very curious about that because, I mean, the only way I can see this being enforced is if the Grand Priest or Zeno sets something up to where you legit cannot fly. And then on top of that, you know, somehow they have some type of ability to keep track of who is using weapons or techniques. I could see something like that being a big thing too in the future of this arc. Someone tries to cheat, they get completely obliterated, and that universe is completely disqualified. I can definitely see something like that happen. Someone is going to try to break the rules. I mean, there's a lot of universes, a lot of people. There's going to be someone that's going to try to cheat, and they're gonna die. I really sense a universe just being completely disqualified because of that. Now, regardless of all of this, though, I feel like the episode was a good episode. It demonstrated what the arc is going to be about. It also demonstrated what role Goku is playing in this arc, and I just cannot wait to see what happens next. So let me know your honest thoughts in the comments below, and I love you all so much. You have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.